So welcome everyone. Welcome to our webinar. This is an amazing opportunity for you to come and see behind the scenes exactly what has been the buzz. What is changing everyone's lives? What is taking a mom that is used to working 9 to 5, being a stay-at-home mom, earning more than she's ever had in her life? What is taking a guy that has been overseas working to get earned in dollars? Is at home making millions, right? You are going to get behind the scenes now exactly what have we been up to. So put your seatbelt on, okay? We're going to get started. Make sure you have a pen ready, have your coffee nearby, because this requires your attention, okay? You don't want to miss a second of this. So I'll be sure to answer some questions afterwards, but for now, be locked in the screen. I'm going to get sharing with you, okay? So let me just share my screen quickly for a second over here, and then I'm going to get into my beautiful presentation. You can see I was a beauty therapist before, hey, because everything's color coded. I've got orange. I just make sure that I lock in the colors. Okay, so welcome to the live behind the scenes webinar, guys. Tonight it's all about getting the freedom. This is digital freedom of note. Okay, so let me know in the comments there. Put a yes if you agree that the whole world is going digital. A big yes in the comments. Do you agree that the world is going digital? Right? We're ordering our groceries online. We order online. We are so used to it by now, especially since COVID, right? So online is the way of the future. I normally use this example. You know, when we had all the BlackBerry QWERTY keyboard, right? No one wanted to move over to the touchscreen. But at the end of the day, what happened? Everyone moved over to the touchscreen. There were a couple that said, no, I'm not going to do that. At the end of the day, everyone's using a touchscreen now. That's exactly where the world is moving. It's moving digital, okay? So a little bit about me, if you do not know me, my name is Hazel. I always say I'm a normal mom. I don't have a degree. I can't impress you with a fancy CV. I'm just a normal mom. And for me, what was important was spending time with my children. I've done the game of trying to climb the corporate ladder. I've done extremely well in the corporate world of business. I've won overseas trips. I've helped business owners start their businesses from scratch. I've done all that stuff. But you know what? It just kept me away from my family. And after I had children, I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I could never afford it. So what happened? At the end of the day, especially when COVID happened, things went like haywire in COVID. Like the finances went down. Can anyone relate? Put yes if that is you, right? So in COVID, I went online. I've always done beauty on the side a little bit because I always had a side hustle, guys. I don't know if you can agree with this, but side hustle I always had because I always was working on this dream of making my own money so that I can stay at home, so that I can be in charge of my own time. But I ended up being overworked, underpaid, stressed, overwhelmed. If I wanted to make more money, I had to physically put in more hours, okay? And you've probably heard that before or knew this is how you got brought up. Work more, make more money, right? So I couldn't understand when at the end of 2023, there was this woman that stepped into my salon the one day and she spent a lot of money. And I was like, hey, I live in a small town. What do you do for a living? And she told me digital marketing. I had no clue what it was and how you could make money with it. Now, if you don't have a clue what digital marketing is, put me in the comments. I just want to see quickly. Put me if you do not know what digital marketing is. You might have a little bit of an idea, but you're like, no, Lizelle, I actually don't know what that is, right? Okay, I'm glad you saw to see all the me's because I was one of them, okay? I promise you guys, I had to Google what is digital marketing. I had no clue how to do it. I couldn't understand how could people make money online. How can you not work more? And I discovered this online business that taught me how to make money in 2 hours a day. Now, at the end of 2023, I was working so hard in my beauty salon. December, the busiest time, the busiest season, because I live at the coast, the busiest season, I was booked back to back with clients. That was the moment I decided, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm done giving up my time. I'm done missing out my kids. I felt like I didn't even have a relationship with my children because mommy was always working, because I always needed the money, right? I could stay at home, but then I don't have money. Or I could work and then I have money, but then I don't have the time with the children. It was a difficult thing to decide. But at the end of 2023, I decided enough was enough. I need to do something different. Whatever I was doing wasn't working. Are you there right now? Put a yes if you are. You've decided enough is enough. Zal, I need to do something, and I need to do something like yesterday. It's time. Well, then you are here for the right reason. Okay. I came to a webinar exactly like the one you're coming to now, and I could not believe what I saw and what I heard. And that December, I decided I was going to start this online business with a done for you system. I made my first South African million rand in 6 months, my second in 7. I made 6 figures in dollars in my first 7 months in starting this business. Sitting in front of you just over a year, I've made over 3.2 million South African rand. Okay, that's over $170,000 that I've made from someone that had to Google digital marketing. So let me tell you, if I can do it, you can do it. I had no experience. I didn't have a following. I started a brand new TikTok account. In actual fact, I just did what the system told me to do, what the training told me to do. That's the only thing I did. I still work only 2 hours on my online business. But because of the skills that I've learned, I've now added multiple income streams. So now I've got 10 income streams running on autopilot, guys. I want you to imagine sitting in front of your phone right now. I just heard something coming on here and it came on the screen. Obviously, you can't see it. That was payments coming into my bank account now. I didn't have to get on the phone with anyone. I didn't have to ask someone to buy from me. My system keeps on working for me 24/7. Now, I don't know. That doesn't make sense. It sounds too good to be true, because how can you work less and earn more? I'm going to show you, okay? I'm not stressing about the money. I have my own time. And if there's any mothers on here, if you're a mother, put a me or an M in the comments. If you're a mother and you're stressing about the future, you're stressing how you're going to look after your kids, how you can get them started in life. Just this weekend or just this week, I witnessed my daughter started working at a new salon. Just little over a year ago, I was stressing how I was going to help her get a good start in life, feeling guilty. I'm telling you, your life can change in the blink of an eye if you are willing to get out of your own way, if you are willing to start to learn new things, because this is the way the world's going. Okay, so now I'm going to explain to you what is digital marketing, because a lot of people don't understand it. This is what people think you need to run a business. They think you need a physical store. Okay, this is the way we got used to. Before digital, guys, this was the way we did business. Okay. And I can so relate, because I had a beauty salon that I thought I needed to make money with it. But I had to pay staff, I had to pay rent, I had to pay electricity, I had to pay for products, I had to work more to keep the doors open. Okay? This is the traditional way of doing business. Who knows that in America, especially in America, South Africa, it's been happening a long time ago already, but all the more stores are closing, all the more people are losing their jobs. Right? Why? Because they're going digital. Forbes had predicted that the digital economy is going to grow to 25 trillion this year, and all the more people are leaving the 9 to 5s for digital income, because that's the way the world is going. This is digital marketing. Working your own time, working a couple of hours a day, right? From the comfort of your own home. You just need a phone or a laptop or Wi-Fi. And Wi-Fi. You can't do anything without Wi-Fi. You have to be connected, right? So this is how simple it works. This is what digital marketing is. What you do is you post online. Instead of having an open store, you post online. People click, they buy, you get paid, right? So you will post about your offer or your product. If they're interested, people will click on it, they will buy it, and you get paid for it on autopilot. Digital marketing isn't just for techie people or big companies. And you're going to hear tonight from someone that was a struggling pensioner that was very scared of the digital business and is now thriving online, right? It's the way real people are creating freedom from home, just by learning how to talk about value online. So here's what you need. Like with any business. Now, let's look at what a business is. A business is you have your own time. You're the business owner. You're the CEO of your business. You have your own time. No one is in control of your time or your money. Instead of just getting a salary once a month, you get paid daily. Okay? Who wants to be their own boss? Say boss in the comments. Okay? This is me. I always like you guys talking with me. Okay? Put boss in the comments. You want to be your own boss? You want to be in control of your own time? If you feel like you don't want to work today, you don't want to work. If you feel like you want to go away for the Easter weekend, you want to go away. You want a full bank account. You want to get paid daily instead of getting paid monthly. Right? You want to be your own boss. Now, this is not a job. This is your own boss. So here's the things that you need if you want to be your own boss. You need a digital product. You need a product that people are already looking online for. I had someone ask me today on one of the videos I did on my content, and they said, but what if no one buys from you? The only way that no one will buy from you is if no one knows about you. If you don't show up online and let them know about your product. And if your product is not profitable and it's not in high demand, in other words, people aren't looking for it. This is why many in the online industry fail, because they try and do it on themselves. They Google, they YouTube, they try and create a product on Canva, and then they struggle because it is a struggle, right? If you don't know what you're doing. This is how I achieved so much success so quick, and you're going to hear from other people tonight as well, because you need to have a digital product that's in high demand that people are already looking for. And you need to make sure you get 100% profit. Because what does it help? You do all the work and someone else gets the bigger piece of the pie, right? Has anyone been in network marketing? Okay. Anyone been in network marketing? I will never go back to that again, because you work hard and someone else gets paid for your hard work. This is not a pyramid scheme. It's not an MLM. It's nothing like that. Okay. So you need a digital product. Next thing, you want an automated system. Why do you want an automated system? Because you want to work less. Have you ordered something online in the past 3 months? Have you? Yes, in the comments. If you ordered something online in the past 3 months, did you get on the phone with anyone to place that order? Did you have to phone that order in? Or did everything just happen automatically? Everything just happened automatically, right? You go online, you choose your product, you put in your payments, and click, there's an email, and voila, the email tells you that your order is on its way, okay? If it's Take-A-Lot or it's Amazon, it's a physical product that still needs to be packed. When it's a digital product, your customer immediately gets their product, right? I'm sure you've ordered maybe some designs online, or maybe, I know for my child's birthday, I ordered printables online, right? Which I got instantly, and I just printed it at home. That's digital marketing. That's a digital product, right? So you want an automated system that does the following up for you, because you don't want to be the one handling all the admin, okay? You want an automated system. This is how we get literally sales in our sleep. And the next thing that you need is a discovery method. Because if you have this high in demand, amazing digital product, and you've got an automated system ready to take in the sales, ready to do the following up for you, right? How are people going to know about it if you are not being discovered? That's the only way you won't make sales, if you're not on social media, because where are people spending most of their time? They're spending most of their time online, on their phone. How many hours are you spending a day on your phone? The customers are online. You should be online. So instead of spending 7 to 8 hours on your phone every day, what if I can show you a way that you can spend an hour a day online, not even an hour online, and actually being paid for it, right? Very exciting. So the discovery method is you will be taught how to attract customers to you. So I hope some of you is like, yes, because I know I used to hate recruiting. I blocked my family and my friends from social media when I started my online business, because I was scared. I was scared, what if I fail? And what are they going to say? And blah, 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 blah. And then I realized, they're not paying my bills. I'm the one lying awake at night worrying how I'm going to pay my children's school fees. Okay? And so I started showing up online, made 3 videos a day. That's how people got to know of the solution that I offer. And you know what happened? I realized there are so many people that want the solution that I discovered. So that selling became so easy. I just post online. I had a woman buy from me late last night, $900. I don't even know her. I've never spoken to her, right? That's the power of a digital marketing system, especially if you have the right system. Okay, so what do you sell? We have ready to sell MRR products. What that means, it's a master resale right product that gives you 100% profit, that you can sell for 100% profit. So you purchase your program once. Remember, I told you now what you needed. This is what you need to be successful online. Go look at any successful business person that is online. This is what they have. What we give you is all that in one. I call it a business in a box, because it gives you everything. Because when I started, I Googled digital marketing. I had no clue what I was doing. So I needed a product that people already wanted, something that was proven to work, and I wanted to get as much money as possible, okay? So that's the master resale rights. While I was learning how to build my business, other people started buying from me, and they were building theirs. It's a step-by-step system that helps you start earning quickly if you follow it, right? Daily coaching and mentorship for success. Show me a business that you start where you get free coaching, and free mentorship. That does not exist. You get it daily. You pay once off for your program, but you don't pay anything monthly. Isn't that amazing? So I call it a business in a box. It's ready to use with every single thing that you need to start earning online income. You learn while you earn, and everything is set up for your success. It's just like following a recipe, right? So here's the good stuff. Here's how it works. Did anyone come in through a page like this? Did anyone come to a page like this? Yes, in the comments. Numpumelo says she hates recruiting. Yes, I'm with you, my friend. I don't like recruiting. This is why I love this business so well. Okay, so any of you came to a page like this, right? So when you do your content online, right, and people want more information, this is the page that you send them to. This is working smarter, guys, because if you have a page and 100 people are asking for more information, imagine if you had to get on the phone with 100 people individually and explain to them how it works. This is why the automated system works so well, because when they put in their email in there, they immediately get a video from our mentor or from the person that you're buying from, a video explaining the process and how it works. Most of the people purchase here because they already understand it. It's explained and they purchase, right? But here's the thing. If they don't purchase, right? If they don't purchase, they go to the website because they get an email, right? With the website where they can go look at the products, okay? Now, here's what happens. Not everyone buys the first time. Can you remember the first time when you ordered something online? I remember the first time when I ordered from Shein. I looked at Shein for months before I even ordered, because I was scared it was a scam. I was scared I wasn't going to get my products. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if this is going to work. Okay. So what happens behind the scenes is the automated system keeps sending out emails, right? Have you ever registered and subscribed to an email to receive emails from a company? What happens subconsciously is you keep on being reminded of that product that you were interested in. We call it a buyer's process, right? Keep on being reminded. Because here's the thing, guys. When I have so many people that are purchasing now from me that has been waiting for 3 months. And I'm telling you, I'm being very, very real with you. Everyone says to me, Lizelle, I should have started then. I should not have waited. Because you know why they waited? They were in difficult circumstances, but they waited until their circumstances became unbearable before they took action. Don't be one of them. But because they were getting my emails, they kept on being reminded, there is a way out. There is a way. They kept on being reminded from the product that I have, right? So here's what you do in 2 hours a day. For that automated system to run smoothly, here's your part in your business. Here's the 2-hour work that you do. So 30 to 45 minutes, you create content. 3 videos a day. You do not have to show your face on social media, okay? You can do it completely faceless. You get the training for that. So in the beginning, it might take you an hour to create your content. I literally create my content now in 10 minutes, but because I'm used to it, right? You will learn exactly how to do that. Then for 30 minutes, you're going to use the copy and paste or free ads method. We give you ads. We give you over 200 high trafficking websites where you can paste to. So you just copy, paste, and post. That's what you do, right? And in 15 minutes or so, you're going to respond to call to actions. People that are wanting more information, you're going to send them to your automated system, right? And then 30 minutes, you're going to spend some time in the community and you're going to continue with your training. I hope you're getting excited for that, because that means you don't have to go through the entire course before you can start making money. Say yay if you're excited, right? I'm telling you, I think I went until the 10th video and I started making my content. It took me 2 days to go through some stuff and feel comfortable. I wasn't really comfortable. I just started posting, right? That's how serious I was about changing my future. Okay, so these are just a couple of screenshots of our community. Guys, I'm going to show you behind the scenes. I'll go inside into the back end and show you. But just look at this. This is real-time testimonies. $2,700 in the last 24 hours. This is so fun. I'm breaking barriers in my mind to just show up and go live when I can. Having a blast, kicking poverty butt, and helping my peeps do the same. I ended the day making over $4,700. Wow. Nicola, this was in the beginning of April. Just on day 2nd of April, she already made $1,800. Now you're going to hear from her. Guys, this is so inspirational. I always brag about my customer that just made his first South African million just a month ago. You're going to hear from him as well. But his fiance is Nicola. And she was checking him, seeing how much money he was making while she was working a 9 to 5. And then she decided she was going to do this too. But she was still scared of showing her face and doing this thing. And she completely changed her life. We just spoke and she said she just left. She left her 9 to 5. Woohoo! Okay. So I want to bring her up quickly. I want her to share quickly and then I'll go over to Nico to share. You guys need to hear their story. It's absolutely inspiring. Are you there, Nicola?
Hi, Lizelle. Thank you so much
Yay!
for
You must
having
throw
me.
that English now, eh?
I will try my best. It's crazy to think last year, May, I joined one of your webinars. And I can't believe that I'm sitting here tonight and I posted a video. I made my first 100K online as a 24-year-old. When I started, I did the whole setup and I was so scared of what other people might think that I asked Niku, babe, please do the content for us. And we worked together and Niku packed his bags and left America within 5 weeks of starting digital marketing. I watched him for 10 months, so scared of what people might think, fear of failure, and only started in January. And I'm so happy that I started. I wish I had started sooner.
Yeah, but tell them how much did you make now?
Um, what?
Oh, sorry, how much did you make?
I made 100K online within 2.5 months.
Woo!
In April, I made 85,000 Rand as a 24-year-old. And it's only the second week of April now.
Oh man, that is so inspiring. Now let me tell you guys how important mindset is, eh? Because like you hear her story now, she saw the success, she saw the proof, but she was still tired, still scared to show up online, right? And just because she made that switch, what happened? What happened now? You left your job, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And what is your advice for someone listening in now? Also scared.
I will tell you to start now. The only regret I have is for sitting on the fence for 10 months. I told Azal before the webinar, I used to work 8 to 5, and I came home and Nico told me I made a 900 sale. And I was so angry because I just worked 8 hours for 15,000 Rand a month. So we'll tell you to start because you never know how your life's going to change, even within 3 months. Just start.
Oh, that is so amazing. So amazing. I am so proud of you. I just said to them, they are such a power couple. Really so proud of you. You guys are really such a good example of what can happen and what can do. So, Nico, tell us your story. Tell us how it
Okay,
happened.
so as Nicola was on the fence all the time, seeing me get all the success, she had all the skills. She did my whole setup for me while I was working in America last year. And that's why I couldn't understand why she didn't start earlier, because her videos is amazing in the 2.5 months she's been doing it. And she's actually kicking my butt this month, by the way. I'm just, for someone that's been doing it for 10 months. So as Nicola explained, she did the whole setup and she didn't want to put her face on the internet. And I said, well, I couldn't let her do all the hard work. She not forced me, but I started making videos because I wanted to get home. I was missing out on a lot of time. Like I said on the previous webinars, can't buy time back.
Do you think Niku only earned $17 an hour for a whole hour's work and he worked 9 months away? It's crazy to think that Miku averaged $900 a day. It's freaking insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
when I realized this was working, I can still remember that day till now. It was yesterday. I was sitting in my machine on the field doing spray jobs. I don't know if you guys will know what that is, but then I got a notification of a $900 sale. And half an hour later, I got another $900 sale. It's someone I've never met in my life, someone I've never spoke to. And I told Nicola, listen, yeah, imagine I can go home and spend more time and focus just on this. What can be possible?
Oh,
And
that's
working
so amazing.
Within 5 weeks, Nico left his job and he came back to South Africa. And he's been doing digital marketing since. And I couldn't just sit on the fence and not jump in. It's so like in the course itself, I told Nico as well, I've been a life coach and an NLP practitioner, and the training and the mindset that we receive within the Legacy Builders program is worth 4,000 Rand per month. People pay subscriptions to get this sort of mindset training. So buy the program, even if it's just for the mindset training, learn the digital marketing skills. And if you make a sale, that is a bonus. This course really changed our lives.
That's
Thank you,
so
Lizelle.
important point that you
Yeah.
put in there, because mindset is everything, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Nico, I want to ask you, what was, because I like your story, because you started off taking action and then already decided in your head, no, this probably is not going to work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And then you bought a
Yeah,
program,
yeah.
and then only you went overseas, you worked,
Yes.
and then decided, you also actually decided, until it became unbearable, like, okay, let me do something about it now.
100%. So I actually heard it from the program from someone that's been on the online business for years. He actually bought the program to make his marketing skills better for his own business. And then he told me you can make money from it from the master resale rights. And I started the setup while I was in South Africa last year before I went overseas. And I got to the third step with the setup, and I said, no, this is not for me. I can't do this. And that's when I decided no. So I actually gave up, to be honest. I didn't put in the work. I didn't make any effort. So I was very thankful that Nicola helped me with that. And
So Nico went back to America, and Lizelle actually did my lashes, guys. And I saw Lizelle's videos popping up on TikTok, and I'm like, wait a minute, Lizelle did my lashes, and now she's earning 10K in dollars a month. That is like double what Nico earns in America, working 9 months apart. And I grabbed his laptop and I started looking at the program, and I phoned Lizelle and I told her, help me, please. And I did the setup for Nico, and I told Nico, okay, I see that we need to make videos. It's your turn. Let's go. I did the setup.
And I didn't even know what the program was actually about. She wrote my scripts for me. So guys, like Lizelle said, your first video will never be the same, or like what it's now. If you would look back at my first videos, you'll actually laugh. We cringe when we look at them now. So I would actually like practice it like what's a mondeling?
He will practice his
Oral.
Oral, yes. I will practice the scripts like an oral while I'm in my machine. I'll go around the corner in the field, and I'll take like 50 to 100 times to make the right video.
And I will phone Nico, like, I think it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Where's my video? He's like, okay, I'll send it to you now. We really worked hard to make this thing work for us. And that's the thing about this course. The program works. You just need to make it work for you.
Absolutely. But I hope you guys are seeing, okay, you don't know Nicola before, but this is a girl that didn't want to speak in public on a camera. And look how she's just glowing, right?
Yeah,
This
look at
is
her.
confidence. Look at that, right?
You would think I'm the newbie.
Yeah, exactly, right? I just want to put you guys on a poster. Now, couple. Tell quickly,
Thank you,
Nico,
Lizelle.
what would be your advice for someone, because I know you also struggled with a little bit of fear as well, and and you had something there earning in dollars, and someone going through those motions now of, is this a scam? Should I do it? What if it doesn't work for me? Oh, it sounds too good to be true. What would be your advice?
I would say, like Nicola said, just start. You never know what your life could look like in a few months.
Someone.
Yeah, and do it with someone. That's my advice, because that's how our story and our testimony worked out at the end of the day, because we worked well as a team. Because I wasn't good at the emails and the technical parts. I was more doing the videos and speaking with the people on the phone if they wanted to make contact to find out more about the phone. So yeah, if you have someone, if you don't want to do it alone, do it with someone. And yeah, I would say just be disciplined, be consistent. That's one thing I can say. Because my whole life I was taught what to do. I worked for a boss. when I came back to South Africa, I needed to be disciplined because normally Nicola helped me with my scripts and stuff. So I came back. So I need to focus. Okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. And that mindset shift of telling myself what to do and just having discipline.
Mm.
Yes, being your own boss. I just want to say
Yeah.
I'm so proud of the two of you. I really am.
Thank you,
I'm
Lizelle.
so proud. You're keeping South Africa's name high. And yeah, and you're such an inspiration. I love the fact that you both took a chance because now instead of you working away, you worked for what is more important in life, and that's each other. Because time is
Yeah.
something you'll never get back. So well done.
100%.
You guys are absolutely amazing.
Thank you,
Thank you
Lizelle.
so much,
It's
Lizelle.
like you said, it will be very hard to go work for a boss again after being your own boss.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
just want to add something, Lizelle. Sorry. It's
Mhm.
really important for me. Last year on my birthday, I woke up and because Niku left for America 2 days before my birthday. And I woke up in tears and I couldn't believe he's not next to me. And this year I woke up with a sale notification and Niku right next to me. And I just want to say to anybody looking at this, remember, last year, May, I was looking at a webinar. Lizelle hosted it. It's less than a year ago. And my life changed like this. A year's time. Just take action. Okay, bye.
So true. Thank you so much. So next thing, because now I'm going to show you that it's not just young people, it's not just moms, it's like everyone. Okay. So I want to call Cole up, let you hear his story. It's absolutely amazing. Cole, are you there? Just jump up and unmute.
You know I'm going to be here, girl.
Yeah. You've got the right color. You got the memo.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the Trump supporters. So, okay, take that back. Okay. Yeah, look, my story's quite different. I'm an artist and a photographer. I had tried some online stuff, and there's a whole lot of stuff out there that's just BS. Absolutely. Can you hear me properly?
Yes.
Oh, good, because I got the earphones on you. So anyway, and there's a lot of BS out there that's got a whole lot of upsells, etc., etc. And I was sitting around one morning, and we all know Wackhead Simpson, right? The the KFM telephone prankster, and he was talking about how his whole studio and everybody in the studio are all addicted to this thing called TikTok, and that the biggest group of people on TikTok were aged 35 to 55. And I'd been battling so hard to sell my art. I've got my art in numerous online galleries and offline galleries, and I'm also an acclaimed photographer. But I couldn't sell it. I wasn't able to sell it because art and photography is subjective. And not only that, but it's not very high on the food chain. People don't have that extra income to just go and splurge what I ask for my art. Okay. And I heard them talking about TikTok. So I asked my son, won't you set me up a TikTok account? Because I'm a BBT or a BBC, born before technology and born before computers. Okay. I'm a baby boomer and from the 50s. So uh, my son set up the account for me and then buggered off with his girlfriend. And I was left all thumbs going through. And I don't believe in accidents or coincidences. So something happens because it's supposed to. And I also go, you mustn't, if you say you can or you say you can't, you're 100% right. So go with can, always. Just go with can. And so I was going through, as we all do, scrolling, and suddenly this young lady on the left, yeah, Lizelle, popped up, and she was talking about how all she wanted to do was make 20,000, and then she was making that on a daily basis. And I'm like, what? No way. And of course, I was skeptical. I'd lost a lot of money, spent a lot of time spinning my wheels on all sorts of things, from Bitcoin to trading to Forex to NFTs to MLM, and got absolutely nowhere, wasted a lot of time, money, and effort. So I listened and then immediately opted in, sent an email, and then I was like, all kinds of questions for poor Lizelle. Shame. What about this and what about that? Because here you go, guys. Here's my list. I've got a list of all the things. Oh, sorry, I've got my background blurred, but here's the list. It's all the things that this had to offer me. There's a checklist. I didn't want to do any recruiting. I didn't want to bother friends and family. I didn't want to have to deal with rejection. I didn't want to work within an upline or a downline or a matrix or a forced matrix, or I didn't want to sell products or like tangible products. I didn't want to work for a boss. I didn't want to do cold calling. I wanted something that was not tech. I didn't have to that I didn't have to be tech savvy in, and I also wanted something that didn't mean that I have to go and sit in the traffic to go to an office. Um, I, I I didn't want something that needed special equipment or that had ongoing monthly costs, and it had to be affordable. Something that I could set a goal, create a deadline, and know that if I stuck to a plan, it would pay for itself. Little did I know that within 24 hours, I'd have my first 2 sales. And that was, that just blew me right out the water. I was like, and I had to get back to Lizelle and say, Lizelle, I don't know what's going on here, but you got to help me. I've got the 2 sales, but I haven't even got my website yet. And of course, Lizelle, being the mentor she is, she made a plan. Everything was smooth sailing. And I've now been in for about a year and 2 weeks, I think. And I haven't looked back since. Not only that, I've grown in so many other ways. My health, I had severe chronic backache. I was walking around like the hunchback of Notre Dame. It was such chronic back pain. And I knew, well, I didn't have medical aid. I was on a pension. And, you know, if you haven't got medical aid, you know that if you have to go for an op, you can't do it because you can't afford it. And you can't afford to go to the doctor. You know you can't go to the specialist. You know you can't pay for the x-rays. So I went and self-diagnosed, and I thought it was a sciatica problem because all the symptoms led me to believe that. And so I was taking anti-inflammatories and painkillers, only to establish once I made some sales and that I could afford to go to the doctor, the specialist, get the x-rays and afford an operation if it came about, that I actually had severe osteoarthritis of the right hip, and they couldn't understand how I was actually standing on my feet. So I'm healthier, wealthier, wiser, happier, and so much more confident. I'm spending so much more quality time with life. This has been a life changer. It's a game changer. It gives you all that you want. And then when it gives it to you, your whole mindset changes. You become, yes, we all come in because we want money, because we've got to that breaking point. But once you're in and you've decided, well, this is working, I don't have to worry about it working. I just have to worry about how to work it better and just grow by 1% a day. Go and do the training, go and do the content, go and do everything you need to do that as a CEO of your own business, you demand that of yourself. So our secret recipe is, quite honestly, be committed, be consistent, and be coachable. It's such a simple recipe so that you can have your cake and eat it. And that's all I've done, guys. I've just remained committed, consistent, and coachable. And I'm also very fortunate to have a fantastic mentor. But there are a couple of tips that I would give if you're starting out. Learn to just be yourself. Be 100% yourself. You don't need to create scripts to do content. You don't have to be afraid of that camera. The 5.5 billion people out there, I almost guarantee you don't know any of them. Okay, so why are you scared to have a conversation? You've had conversations your whole life. You just talk and say what's really going on. You know, you don't have to lie anymore. When people say, "Are you fine?" You can say, "Yeah, I am fine," and mean it. Whereas before I would say, "Yeah, I'm fine," and they would say they're fine. Meanwhile, they're lying. We're all lying because we're not fine when you're struggling. And people hide behind the facade because their ego, and they don't want to be seen as a failure, and they don't want their kids to feel, you know, that they've it's just know that there's so many other great things. And the magic is that as long as there are people on this planet, they're going to need education. And we are part of the e-learning industry. And again, Forbes have stated that it's the fastest growing industry on the planet. And by the end of 2026, Forbes predict that it's going to be a $3 billion a day industry. And if you get certified, skilled at digital marketing, you can have a piece of that pie. And who do you think are the highest paid people on the internet? Digital marketers. Look it up, guys. Digital marketers are the highest earners online. So if you're certified and skilled at digital marketing, doesn't it stand to reason that you're also going to be able to make money? Because you've got a product that's part of the fastest growing industry, the e-learning. And we're not in this to sell the programs. We're in this to become certified and skilled marketers. Then there's so much more scope, and you can scale up and bring in additional income streams like Lizelle has done. I'm so proud of you, Lizelle. And there's one other thing. You can start the money, just reinvest it back into yourself. When you start making money, and you will, reinvest it back into yourself and into your, because you'll get delayed gratification on what you reinvest back into yourself. And then you'll 10 times, 100 times your money. So yeah, go and spoil yourself, because it's nice to be able to go out and not even worry about the price when you go out. It's nice to be able to go and join your friends when beforehand you were saying, "No, I can't join you." And then you'd make up some excuse, but it was simply because you just couldn't afford to go out and join them.
So true. So true. It's so inspiring, Cole. It's so nice seeing you again. And what he didn't say, guys, is he's actually known for going inside the supermarket, and then he just goes and pays for people's groceries in front of him. That's how we know Cole. It's just so amazing how it's changing lives. Okay, guys, so some of you are asking how to get started in the comments. Let me show you quickly. I'm going to keep on just showing you about what you need to do. So you just get back to the person that invited you here. There's some more screenshot of what's going on in the community. And then I wanted to say, you know, I don't know what your story is. Maybe your story is not like Cole's. Maybe it's not like Nicola and Nico, right? Maybe it's not even like mine, but maybe you just want to pay off some debt. I want you to imagine that you can get your debt paid off. Imagine maybe buying that house, because maybe that is what you've been looking for, right? Or maybe just family time. You just don't want to work as hard anymore. You want to really focus on what matters in life, right? So I wanted to also answer, or let me know in the comments there, which one is you? Which one is you? Why would you want to create an extra income online? Let me know in the comments there quickly before we move on. Okay, I just want to handle a couple of questions that we always get asked. All three. Okay, family, all three. Freedom, right? University, my own home. I want to be a financial kingdom builder. So good. Love that. Get out of debt and plan for retirement. Buying a family house. Amazing. Okay. So some of the questions we get all the time is the market saturated? Okay. Well, that's a definite no. The digital education market, guys, is growing towards 1 trillion by 2030. Okay. You just need the right positioning. It's the e-learning industry, which actually started booming from COVID. Okay. So go read up on it. That's the way the world is moving. And we in our whole community and other digital marketers out there, we are more or less 1% of the entire market share. For a company, for a market to be considered saturated, a company needs to occupy 70 to 72% of that market share. There's only like 1% being occupied now. So there's so much pie left. You just need to come and get it, right? All the time people ask, is this a scam? I think you realize now it's not, right? We are just selling real digital products that are changing lives with real value. Just like online courses or ebooks you've probably already bought, right? Do I have to show my face? Certainly not. Many of our students start faceless and they succeed using strategies that suit them. We have a lot of people in our community that do Facebook and Instagram marketing. They don't even show their face and they also kill it online. Okay. It might just take a little bit longer to build that know, like, and trust with people. Okay. I'm telling you, there is so many ways that you can do it. You get a whole training on how to do it faceless. Okay. Will you have support? Yep, of course. That's the best part. You are not doing this alone, right? So here's what you're going to get if you join tonight. Okay. You're going to get exclusive bonus. You're going to get a community builders training. If you want to start your own community, you can do it online, through Facebook, or on the school platform. That's where our community is. You're going to get that training in how to build your own community. And it doesn't even have to be around what you offer in this program. It can be anything else. Maybe you love cooking and you want to make money on that. Maybe you're a teacher and you want to do something, you want to create courses or modules or templates or whatever, right? You can create a community with that. You're going to get an exclusive bonus of a Canva crash course. You're going to get a $1 million in 17 months blueprint from the creator of this program, right? Why is my thing not going? Okay, hang on, because you probably want to know the price as well now, right? Let me just reshare. Okay. And then you're going to get a 30-day marketing strategy growth plan. These are just bonuses, okay? Your invisible empire, faceless marketing, and 200 digital product ideas if you want to create your own digital products. Because with the skills that you're going to learn inside here, you're going to be able to create a lot of multiple income streams. Now, here's what sets the Legacy Builder apart from any other online course out there. You get certified. In other words, that means you get a license to resell this program and you get certified, which gives you immediate instant authority online, right? You own your own income. You keep every dollar you earn. No product creation required. You just plug into the proven system that works. Instant authority. You are certified and licensed for credibility. Scalable and automated because the business grows with you. When I started, guys, I made 15,000 Rand my first month. I don't even know what's that in dollars now. Just last month, I made 378,000 Rand. I scaled my business and I grew with my business because when you show up online and you follow the system, your income will grow. Okay. Minimum 2-hour workday. If you can do 2 hours a day and you can just get into that habit of doing the 2-hour workday, you are going to absolutely kill it. And it protects our program, built-in compliance, and it keeps the scammers away. Okay. So the program, I just Googled what the conversion rate is. So $900 is our Legacy Builder program. That is the one with the 4 income streams. That is the one you can expect to make a lot of money with because just one $900 sale is $16,900 into your pocket. Okay, that gives you 4 income streams. You can sell all 4 products immediately. All right. Then you have the $600 one. That is the Digital Mastery Program. That's just over 11,278 in South African Rand. Okay. The $600 one, that's actually the one I got started on. because the $900 wasn't launched until then. With that one, you get 3 income streams. With this one, you can also build a 6-figure business online, okay? The passive daily blueprint, that's a $300 one. In South African rands, just over 5,000. With this one, you get 2 income streams. In other words, you'll be able to sell the $100 and the $300 one. You'll also learn how to add additional income streams in this one. The Launchpad is our entry-level program. You can make money on this program. The difference between the programs is the level of education and also the level of access, because on the Legacy Builder, you get on a VIP call on I call it VIP calls on a Tuesday with the creator of the program. And she gives you tips and strategies, how she made over $4.7 million last year, guys. So she gives you her tips and strategies and everything. So you would want to be mentored by her, believe me. The $100 one is the entry level. If that's whichever way you can start off with. A lot of people, believe it or not, don't want to make millions. A lot of people just want to make an extra $1,000 a month. That's how I started it like that. I didn't believe that I could make millions. I just thought if they can make millions, then at least I can make 20,000 Rand a month, which is about $1,000. That's what I started with. And then obviously after the mindset training, guys, which what you get inside this program, man, oh man, you are being prepared to receive those millions, right? So absolutely amazing mindset training. So you can start on any of the programs whatever one fits your budget and your goals, and you can always upgrade if you want to upgrade, right? So the exclusive bonuses that you get is what I showed you. Then you get access to our free global community, guys. Absolutely free. This is on the global community is where you get the weekly trainings that are free. You don't pay extra for it. There are live calls, 24/7 support in the community that you don't pay for. You pay once for your program and no additional monthly expenses. You get the faceless marketing, you get the 30-day marketing strategy plan, and so much more like I showed you, right? So here are all your once-off costs. You choose your program between one of the 4. So you start either with the 100, 300, 600, or the 900. Then you're going to pay a once-off $39 website fee. I'll show you the website in a minute. The website, you can change, you can put your own photos on there, you can change it, you just can't change the price, but it's your website, the company already put that up for you, okay? And then you're going to need, oh, I lost the I there. You're going to need a professional email address and a domain. The reason I put this down here is .com is a domain is different than a website. You will know it as a website, okay? That is that landing page where you put the email address in. That needs to be your name or your business name. Because you get 100% profit, the company can't get the email address and domain for you because it's your business. The money gets paid into your bank account. Okay. So I just saw, I think I put it here. I just saw, just before we went on the webinar, we use GoDaddy. We give you the training on GoDaddy, but you can go with anyone. Okay. Any service provider. This is in South African Rand. I just Googled GoDaddy has a special. Okay. For their email and domain is 348 Rand. What is that, guys? What is that in dollar? It's ridiculously low. That's the lowest I've ever seen the email and domain be, okay? So that's about approximately what's that's going to cost. Okay, so I'm going to open up for Q&A if there's anyone wanting to ask a question. And while I'm waiting for the questions, guys, I just want to give you a peek into the website, what it actually looks like, all right? This is $1 million website. This is what you get. Again, you can change the photos or anything that you want to. The website is big, it's large. There's a lot of testimonials in there. You can even, there's so many testimonials inside our community. You can replace it with that. Yes, where you share your story, you put your photos in there. But this is the website that the company builds for you, right? So you'll see as you scroll down, because a lot of people ask me, where are the programs? So it's the $900 on top. And when you scroll down, you'll see the other 3 here, okay? The 600, the 300, and the $100. That is the website. And inside our community, guys, this is my community. I've got a free community, but I'm going to show you inside the global one that you get immediate access to. Look at that. It's all real time. We're over 51,000 people in here. Look at that. Let's see. Got my first $600 sale. Yay. Awesome. 5 leads in a week. These are just people. Look, it's all real time. What their wins are. This is where I got the screenshots from. Look at that. $2,700 in less than 48 hours. And then under calendar, you will see the weekly calls. And you can jump on at any time on one of these weekly calls. Thursday mindset mentoring, tech support calls if you need it. If you just get started and you want it, then you can go to one of these bi-weekly success onboarding. It takes you through the whole process as a newbie, so you know exactly what to do. All right. So let me open up for some questions. Put your hand up. Sonali, did you have a question?
Someone asked here, can you just explain the tax and if there is payment plans in South Africa?
Okay, so at the moment, we don't have payment plans in South Africa because you have to be a registered credit provider. Okay, so we can't offer payment plans at this stage. The tax, no one takes your money. So you just need to keep a separate bank account or maybe just put some money aside every month and declare your tax as per usual every year. Okay. All right. Yes, the support is unbelievable. I agree. All right, any questions, guys? Just go ask. There is, if you hover over the screen, there is a raise hand option that you can click on if you want to ask questions, or you can ask it in the chat. Okay, but if you don't have questions, then I'm sure that all your questions have been answered. Then I've done a freaking good webinar, hey? I want to thank you so much for coming out. I really hope that you got some hope tonight that, you know, guys, life is short. And I'm just so grateful for this opportunity because it's not just about making money, it's about changing lives. And I hope you saw it of each one that spoke here tonight, what changed in their life. They could focus on what really is important. Okay. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Just
All you
one
need to
thing.
do is go-
Just
Sorry? I just want to say, go
Lizelle,
back to the
just
person
one
that
thing.
invited you here. Okay, go back to the person that invited you here. You should have received an email from them with the link to the webinar. If you are interested in getting started tonight, you're going to get all those bonuses, but just reply to that email. Yes, Cole.
I just wanted to say one thing. I've been working diligently at creating bridging finance and putting together a financial vehicle to help guys that need the financial support to get involved. So that's coming. So just be ready for it. When it happens, I will send you all the information, but we're getting closer and closer by the day.
Awesome. We're
One
all
more
making
thing,
a
Lizelle. So
Mhm.
someone is asking here, if you purchase on the $100, can you sell the other ones? How does that work?
If you purchase the $100 one, you will only be able to sell the $100 one because that's the entry level. That's one income stream. If you purchase the $300 one, you'll have two income streams. You'll be able to sell the $100 and the $300 and so on. All right. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. You must have an awesome day and have an awesome Easter weekend. Okay. Have an awesome night, guys. Thanks for joining.